Hey you guys, so good to see you on the channel as always. We're walking out to the yard area. I want to give you guys just a quick little update on the top dressing, which we did almost exactly 1 month ago. And I can't wait to turn this camera around. But right now I got to make sure I don't fall down the steps. But I can't wait to turn this camera around and show you guys this grass. So let me just go ahead and do it. Look at this right here, you guys. Oh my goodness, did the yard love that compost or what? I mean, this stuff is just so lush, so thick. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, we have been fortunate enough to get a ton of rain to really wash that sand and compost down into the soil, but you can't see any of the 5 tons of sand that we put out at all. And now, speaking of all the rain, you know, we've got some mushrooms popping up down here, but I'm not seeing any real fungal problems. And I'm not worried about the mushrooms. That's just due to, you know, the tremendous amount of rain we've had. I don't know if that's a great thing or a bad thing, to tell you the truth. You know, I've always heard that with potting soil and in some of our containers, if you have mushrooms, then you have a healthy lawn. The grass looks great, so I'm gonna say that it's a good thing. And if y'all remember, this is the area that we put it in real heavily. We put a lot of sand in there because we had a valley, and we still got a little bit. We could definitely use some more sand, and we could still do it now because we're still in the month of July, and the grass is actively growing. So now would be still a fantastic time to come in here and even take out more of that valley. But it did a great job. I don't have to worry about scalping my grass anymore when I come through there with the lawnmower. But I am just just blown away with how green this grass is and how it reacted to that compost and sand. I mean, it just absolutely loved it. Y'all, I just can't believe the results of what we've done here. I mean, this is proof in the pudding right here that top dressing can give you a beautiful, beautiful lawn. Our grass was okay. I'll try to go back right now and look at the old video for a month ago, and then we'll walk around again and look at some of the trouble spots. But I mean, just overall, the general health of this yard looks amazing. And yeah, it is due to we've had, you know, nice, good amounts of rain, some downpours, which I want to go check here in a minute to see if some of the areas washed. But all in all, I am really, really impressed with the results of this top dressing. Let's go walk over here up in this little peninsula area. I do remember we were having some issues right over in there, and we still got some spots. Let's check it out real quick, guys. Still got some spots that could use a little more top dressing, but man, what a difference from a month ago right here in this area especially. Still got a few bald spots, so what I would really like to do is come in here with a pitchfork and just kind of aerate this a little bit and then put a little bit more compost down. But you can see the grass is starting to run, and it'll naturally fill this in with grass, but you see we kind of got a little recessed area. So it'd be really helpful right now to come in with some more top dressing and level that up and let that grass just kind of fill in those few little spots that we're still having some trouble with. But just look at how thick this grass is, man. I am so happy with this yard right now. Man, it just feels amazing. The grass is it just loved it, man. It's so healthy. It's seeding out. So that'll help give us even more coverage, but man, this is fantastic. Now again, the rain has been good, but it's also been bad in some areas where you can see this is acting like a funnel to get the water down to the pond. And so some of our top dressing got washed away just due to the sheer volume of water coming down through here. So in an ideal situation, and what I mentioned we should have done in the last video is aerate this prior to top dressing, but I didn't have an aerating machine. But if you have access to one, definitely want to do these areas like this here, because all the top dressing and sand got washed away. And you can see it kind of just collected in some of the lower areas. But aerating would have been a great idea to do here in this area, and had I had an aerator, that's exactly what we would have done. But you can see here, that's a lot of water. This is a pretty steep yard right here. It may not look it in the video, but pretty steep slope right here. All that water is just funneling, collecting, and you can see it just washed it right away, right on down to the bottom of the hill area here. Now let's walk over here down in this lower, more shaded area. We had a little bit of some fungus issues about a month ago. I don't see hardly any right now, and I'm going to attribute that to the compost. Reason being, right now we're working with Clemson University, and we're using our compost in their peach fields to fight root knot nematodes. So believe it or not, all of this microbial life that we introduced in the compost to our yard can help fight fungus. It helps fight pests. I mean, it's just amazing. In particular, this one fungus that we're interested in actually lassos around the nematodes and kills them. I mean, it's just an amazing world down below the soil. When you get that soil healthy and you have all of these beneficial microbes, they just help in so many ways. They unlock nutrients for the plant to uptake. They help fight the bad guys. It's just an amazing symbiotic relationship, and I'll show you what I'm talking about right now, because I saw one little bitty patch of fungus, but that big patch we had down here last month, it's gone. So right here in front of me, this was the area that we had a lot of browning, and we had some fungal issues, and I don't see any. I really don't. I don't see not one fungal problem down here in the area where we had a pretty big issue, but it's gone now. And I'm going to attribute that to the compost and all the beneficial microbes that we introduced. Now over here, I did see there was one little patch. Oh, here it goes. Right here. See how it's kind of died off right here, just in this one little circular area, and that could be due to just this area being in shade more, but I'm not going to worry about that one little spot unless it starts really spreading. We're just going to let the compost and just the natural health of the soil take care of that issue. This was another one of the problem spots, and again, it kind of matches the other side of the yard. We've kind of got a funnel effect going over here where a lot of water comes through, but it filled in really nicely. Still got a few little indentions, but the sand has washed down into there, and now I see the grass. It's just working on spreading right across that sand. The grass really does love that sand, and it'll just fill this in probably no time flat. But man, oh man, just look at how green that is. I hope the camera does it justice, but this is the area my son and I, this is our Frisbee alley. So we get out here barefoot, and I'm walking around barefoot now just because it feels so nice. I don't have hardly any weeds out here. This Empire Zoysia has just done really phenomenal for us here. And again, we're in zone 8A, and this is Empire Zoysia. We put it down about 3 years ago, but it is just nice and lush and beautiful. And this little hole right here, that's actually where our sprinkler, our solenoid cap is. So there's a plastic cap under there. So not much we can do about that. But man, it is just, it's lush, you guys. I'm so excited. And one thing I could have done to really invigorate the grass and get it to grow up through that top dressing would have been to come in with a high nitrogen fertilizer, and I was gonna do that, but I didn't. This is all 100% results from the natural organic fertilizer in the compost, and I don't see any need to come in here and put any other fertilizer. One, it would cost me extra money, and two, I mean, the yard is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's not perfect, we still got a few spots, but man, for the amount of time that I spend working on this yard, which is hardly none, I really just come out here and cut it, and that's all I do. It's just really, the results, I'm blown away. It's like almost unbelievable what you can get out of an all organic top dressing. It wasn't that much work, so highly suggest you guys trying this. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe down there for me. We appreciate each and every one of you guys watching these videos, and always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.